Hello students, in the last class we read the poem Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Today we shall continue the same. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. The poet compares himself with a lonely cloud which seems to be wandering over the higher valleys and hills. Here, the speaker signifies his close identification with the nature that surrounds him. He also demonstrates a connection by personifying the daffodils several times by calling them a crowd as if they were a group of people. He is mesmerized by the beauty of the golden daffodils that are stretched across the fields and seem to be fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The poet in the second stanza goes further in detail about the daffodils. He is reminded of the Milky Way because there were so many flowers packed together that they seemed to be never ending. He compares the flowers to the twinkling stars that form a band shape, just like the daffodils have formed a band shape stretched across the fields. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. In the third stanza, the speaker compares the waves of the lake to the waves of the daffodils and decides that even though the lake is sparkling, the daffodils win because of their mesmerizing view. He also comments that he could not be much more than happy in this beautiful company of daffodils. He uses the word wealth to depict the joy and happiness that he derives from the memories of daffodils whenever he feels sad or depressed. These memories are like wealth, a treasure for him which always find a good place in his heart. For oft when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. In the fourth stanza, the speaker shifts from a peaceful, joyous tone to one of a pensive thought. He also comes down from the cloud and reveals the reality of his current physical state. Even though he no longer sees the dancing waves and the golden daffodils, he reveals that he will never forget them when he says they flash upon the inward eye. The speaker reveals that he did not only have the memory of the daffodils, but he also kept the memory of how they made him feel. Whenever he is lonely or sad, he recalls those memories and his heart fills with eternal peace and happiness. For him, it is like a glimpse of heaven where he can rest his heart, and his heart seems to be dancing and is full of happiness and bliss.